Good morning, everyone. I bring you greetings from Cobra Country. Thank you so very much for joining us today. My name is Lizzie Hunter, and I am the proud lead magnet teacher here at South Miami Senior High's Magnet School for the Arts. I'll be your tour guide for today's sneak peek of Cobra Country and hope to leave you excited and inspired about joining us for the coming school year. Before we get started, please note that today's virtual tour is being recorded so that we may make it available on our school website for folks who might also be interested in learning about our incredible school. Now, join me in welcoming our principal, Mr. Penton, who wishes to share some opening remarks.
Good morning again. Good morning to all. Mr. Penton, the principal here at South Miami Senior High. Very happy to see all of you on the Zoom today, and I appreciate your interest in South Miami. You will soon be dazzled by Ms. Hunter, our magnet lead teacher, as she will provide some insights into our school and specifically in regard to our magnet programs. I don't want to take too much time covering some of the topics that I know Ms. Hunter will cover, but I do want to remind everyone, we offer several dynamic magnet program opportunities that are truly unique. We also offer a very rewarding and academically challenging Cambridge Choice program, all within a traditional high school setting that offers a range of athletic, club, and other extracurricular activities. And I think that's something, as you look around, you will see that makes us special. We value the fact that I think we offer something for everyone, right? So regardless of the student's special interest, I think South Miami has something for every student. We're truly excited about this recruitment year as we continue to show growth in state accountability test data, Cambridge International exam scores, graduation rates. I thank you for joining us. We truly hope you join our family in 24-25. And lastly, which I think is very important, I know you're here on this virtual Zoom. I know Ms. Hunter will cover it, but make sure you get information on our in-person Magnet in Cambridge open house. We'll get a chance to meet you in person, get a chance to show you around the school. We'd really love to see you there again. So again, welcome, and enjoy our presentation.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Penton. South Miami Senior High is a traditional high school. We've got deep roots, school spirit, and the full assortment of athletics, advanced academics, and extracurricular activities. We have just over 1,600 students, and of those, 240 are Magnet School for the Arts participants. Much like some of our other wonderful schools in our district, South Miami Senior High is a Cambridge school. In fact, we're the only place within Dade County Public Schools where students can pursue a Cambridge diploma while immersing themselves in a visual performing arts magnet experience. Got a little data here on screen about our school. So we were inaugurated in 1971. In 1986 is when we established our visual performing arts magnet program. So we were among that first batch of magnet programs that Dade County Public Schools set out across schools to help students really develop and explore their interests. And in 2015, we became a Cambridge International School. So we've had a little practice. We're definitely, we found our groove with that Cambridge program, and we're seeing lots of success with that. At our school, we have an 8-period schedule. Minimum of 2 of those periods will be magnet classes for those students who participate in magnet. And our programs are really quite spectacular. We've been a Magnet School of Excellence for several years running. And in 2023, Magnet Schools of America certified us as a magnet demonstration school. That means we are considered an example of what magnet programs can and should be across the nation, really. So this is what our campus looks like, a little peek of the front of our school at the bottom there. And at the top of the screen here, you see what we call Cobra Tower. Cobra Tower was opened in 2007, so it's the newer of the 2 buildings. And the map here will give you a sense of where we are located in case you've never visited our campus. So we're pretty centrally located, easily accessible from several major roadways. The back of our campus is up against Miller Drive. And we are not too far from the Palmetto Expressway, kind of on the other side of the Palmetto from Tropical Park, to give you kind of an idea of where we're at. And our visual performing art magnet programs enable all students an opportunity to attend our school, whether or not you live within our attendance boundary. We do have some transportation available for magnet students living within specific designated areas, and that's something we can definitely talk about one-on-one, should you be interested in joining us. So much like you'd experience on an in-person tour, I thought you'd like to see what it's like to walk through our halls. Just inside our main entrance, you'd be greeted by a sculpture of our mascot that stands proud, greeting all those who walk through our doors. That's here on the top left of your screen. And on the lower right is an image of our auditorium. We are actually slated for a major makeover of that space in the near future. And so that's an exciting thing coming to Cobra Country. And then a few more pictures. The top right is the entrance to our gymnasium. We do have a full-size gymnasium, and we offer all sorts of sports here at our school, as you'll see in a few minutes. We have 2 cafeterias on campus and an outdoor pavilion for students to enjoy during their lunchtime. And as a traditional high school, as I said, this full-size gym gives us an opportunity to do pep rallies, various sports teams play within this space, and it really is a great place to show off that Cobra spirit. One of the many benefits of a traditional high school experience is those athletic programs. Many of our magnet students do participate in various sports at our school, and we've got quite a wide range of options for students. This is a great way to expand those extracurricular experiences and really diversify your time during high school. We have over 30 clubs and honor societies, including a nationally ranked chess club, a cinema appreciation club, a drama club, all sorts of honor societies. And we add more options each year as students make those requests. These are opportunities to connect with other students outside of school hours, accrue those community service hours, and they make wonderful additions to student resumes as they prepare to apply for college. Partnerships enable us to expand student educational experiences beyond our walls. Through these organizations, our students are able to participate in internships. They earn college credit through dual enrollment coursework. They benefit from donations facilitated through the community. And so we really value these partnerships that help bring our student experience to life. So here we go. Here's our Magnet School for the Arts. We'll let the little video play. And then we'll Okay, so these are the visual performing art magnet program options at our school. We are looking for students who are driven and seek to immerse themselves in the arts. You're going to be taught by passionate, highly qualified professionals in their respective fields, and we find that students build strong, lasting friendships during their time here. If you were to log into the magnet application, the 6 programs on the screen are what you would find. We offer band, fine art, graphic design and illustration, multimedia broadcasting, orchestra, and photography. These are all audition-based magnet programs. At some schools, there are lottery programs where you apply and cross your fingers and hope you are randomly selected. The wonderful thing about audition-based magnets is you get an opportunity to come to the school and show us your talents and make a case as to why we should accept you into our program. And so we'll tell you a little bit more about those details in a minute, but I did want to give you an opportunity to hear from our educators, beginning with Mrs. Jimenez. She is logged on today, manning the chat, and she's happily able to answer some questions should you have any. Ms. Jimenez is our band director. She teaches dual enrollment music theory through FIU. Students enroll in her class as FIU students here at South Miami. She is the principal percussionist for the Miami Symphony Orchestra, has several accolades. The most recent of most we are excited about and rooting for her. She's nominated as a 2025 Grammy Music Educator semifinalists. Incredible. I also wanted to take a moment and present our newest addition to our Cobra family, Mr. Pat Acevedo. He oversees our orchestra program. So let's hear a little bit from Ms. Jimenez about the school's music program facilities and the incredible music programming here at South Miami Senior High.
In our magnet music department, we're very fortunate to have a large rehearsal space and an entire wing devoted to our band and orchestra programs. We have 2 large rehearsal rooms with instrument lockers. We have student personal lockers in the hallway. We have a suite of practice rooms, and we have a music theory room. So from large ensemble rehearsals like a full marching band or full orchestra, all the way down to a string quartet or individual personal practice, students have a vast amount of space in which to create their own learning environments. Our magnet music department consists of 2 separate magnet strands, our magnet orchestra and our magnet band. In magnet orchestra, students play violin, viola, cello, and upright bass. The band has the remaining instruments: winds, percussion, classical and jazz piano, electric guitar in jazz, and bass in jazz as well. Our orchestra participates in all district events, MPAs, solo and ensemble, along with
Sorry, we seem to be having some difficulties with the video here. Ms. Jimenez, if you'd like to fill in a little bit of what you were explaining about the band and orchestra magnets.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Mrs. Jimenez, like Miss Hunter said, and I'm the director of bands. I'm the elective department chair, so I oversee both band and orchestra. Mr. Acevedo is our orchestra director. So I was just clarifying which instruments are on which strands, because that's one of our biggest parent questions. So just to refresh, our orchestra is a string orchestra magnet. So that's violin, viola, cello, and upright bass. And then the band side has the other instruments, which is all winds, all percussion, piano, both classical and jazz, and electric bass and electric guitar in the jazz idiom. So if they're an upright bass, that's the orchestra side. If they're an electric bass, that is our jazz band side. All strands here at South Miami for Music participate in our district assessments. We call them MPAs, both for concert band, concert orchestra, also for solo and ensemble, jazz and marching band. We are very successful both at the district and state level with all of our assessments frequently earning routine superiors across all of our programs. Our orchestra specifically participates a lot, as you see here in one of the pictures, in smaller ensembles, string quartets, small chamber groups, and we also do combine and have a very collaborative environment where we work together with band and orchestra, creating our full orchestra. So we do have that option here as well. Students still get their own magnet strand classes, but we do combine for frequent presentations with our groups. You see here samples of a couple of our ensembles on stage. So there's a lot of opportunities here in our music department. Students, come in playing one instrument, sometimes learn 2 or 3 instruments, and we would love to welcome students who not only want to excel on their instruments and excel musically, but also students who are looking towards the future, towards college, and being lifelong learners in the arts, but maybe they're pursuing another career. We want to use music as the guide to continuing to achieve that academic excellence here at our school.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mrs. Jimenez. Mr. Raymond Lopez is in charge of 2 of our magnet programs. He oversees photography and graphic design and illustration. Within those programs, students are able to participate in advanced placement art and design classes, Cambridge Art and Design, and he is himself a practicing artist and published illustrator. What better person to teach your illustration magnets than a published illustrator, right? And he was a product of Miami's magnet schools. Let's hope his video loads correctly. Let's see what we have to say about our photography program.
Hi there. This is Raymond Lopez. I'm going to be talking to you about magnet photography here at South Miami Senior High, which is actually the only 4-year program in the whole county that focuses on just photography. So it's a very unique and special opportunity for your child if they're interested. As you can see by these pictures on the slide, we have access to a computer lab, and we also have access to our darkroom. So we're working.
Okay, I will try to fill in some of the information for him. As he started to say, we have access to a computer lab with digital photography and a full process wet lab darkroom. It's the only remaining high school magnet photography program in the district, and so it really is a treasure. We have an on-site photo shoot studio complete with all sorts of professional lighting equipment. And he himself is very engaged in learning about photography and all the cutting edge technology and techniques. So that is our photography program. Next, we'll hear about our graphic design and illustration program.
Raymond Lopez here again to tell you about another one-of-a-kind high school program, Magnet Graphic Design and Illustration, only offered here at South Miami Senior High. My students are expected to master drawing and painting concepts, digital art making applications, and use design thinking. At the core of Magnet Graphic Design and Illustration is the merging of
commercial and fine art. Students learn to create kind of client-based work, right? When you think about graphic design, illustration, designs for environments, there's sort of like a client artist relationship there. And so that's really the focus of this program. As I said earlier, there are all sorts of advanced placement and college credit opportunities available within graphic design and illustration. And again, you will not find any other magnet illustration program within Dade County Public Schools. So two very unique opportunities for students interested in our programs. Next is me. My name is Lizzie Hunter. I am not only the lead magnet teacher here at South Miami, but I run the Fine Arts Magnet program. Students enrolled in this program will have opportunities for advanced placement in Cambridge art and design classes, as well as dual enrollment drawing and painting offered through FIU. So just similar to Ms. Jimenez's music theory dual enrollment classes, students can take FIU drawing and painting classes here on our campus with me as their professor. Excellent opportunity to earn free university credits. I am a practicing artist as well. And again, you'll see that as a recurring theme throughout our faculty here. We all walk the talk, so to say. The Fine Arts Magnet Strand embraces more of a classical focused curriculum. Students work with traditional hands-on materials, creating works to express their own original visions, their point of views. And the classes support students as they learn to use art as a visual language for communicating meaning. Among the courses built into this program, as I said earlier, are advanced placement, Cambridge, and dual enrollment classes. And so in total, fine art students have opportunities to earn up to 15 credits worth of university visual arts courses for free. Again, an excellent way to kick off that higher education experience. Field trips, workshops, internships, and exhibition opportunities are sprinkled throughout, and they serve to enhance and expand students' artistic experiences. Ms. Raquel Santiago Argote runs our multimedia broadcasting magnet program, and she's sort of like a standalone journalism program because in addition to broadcasting, she teaches film studies. She's the yearbook sponsor. She's the newspaper sponsor. So she's got her hands in everything journalism here at South Miami Senior High. Let's see if we can hear from her.
Hi, I'm Raquel Santiago Argote, proud alumni of South Miami Senior High and your multimedia broadcasting teacher. I'm here to let you know a little bit about what you can expect as a multimedia broadcasting student and what a multimedia broadcasting student's expectations are from me and from the program. So first and foremost, effective communication of ideas to convey a set message is what we hope to do using a variety of multimedia strategies. That includes, first and foremost, writing techniques, camera angles, use of lighting, post-production, and editing strategies also. Over the 4 years, students are going to use this knowledge to work on our daily news, short films, commercials, and a variety of other projects. Our studio spaces allow students to work with green screen technology, a variety of lighting, different camera angles, and multiple editing and post-production techniques. And with this, they will produce high quality
multimedia broadcasting for TV production and film. So it's very student-centered, project-based learning in our multimedia broadcasting facilities. If you are interested in this magnet, I highly encourage you to come see it in person. The facilities are out of this world. They actually used to be TV sets from our local TV stations. And so it's a very professional sort of outfitted studio for our students. So we have a new magnet program being introduced for the coming school year. We are going to be opening an Apple coding magnet here at South Miami Senior High. Again, it's starting for the next school year. This Apple coding program teaches students to code apps. So bringing their idea to life, enabling them to solve problems and work with others in creative ways. This program follows a curriculum developed by Apple using a platform called Swift Coding. Swift is Apple's coding language. And this is our only lottery program. So it's interest-based, apply, and random selection will generate our first batch of Apple coding students. Okay, a little bit about this Cambridge program. As I said earlier, we are the only visual performing arts magnet school where you can earn a Cambridge diploma. And what exactly does that mean and why should I be interested? Well, that's what I'd like to share with you next. So a little overview of advanced academics within Dade County Public Schools. There are basically four different avenues for earning advanced academic credit within Dade schools. One of them is Cambridge International Exams, the ACE diploma. Another one you may have heard is IB, International Baccalaureate. Advanced Placement, or AP, is another popular one, and dual enrollment is yet another means of earning advanced academic credit. We offer 3 of these at South Miami. We are an ACE school. We have an assortment of AP classes, and we have dual enrollment classes available for students. So what exactly is ACE, or Advanced International Certificate of Education? Well, it's an international curriculum. It is affiliated with Cambridge University, a part of England's renowned historic university. And it's an advanced academic curriculum with an emphasis on critical thinking, analysis, and performance. It's a great way to keep students kind of engaged and motivated, those college-bound students. It's a really wonderful, very engaging program. The benefits: all Florida public universities award credit for passing scores on ACE exams. Much like AP exams, you earn a passing score. The university will grant you credit for that course. ACE is an equivalent to that. Cambridge credits are recognized by top universities. It does increase your grade point average, just like an AP class. An A in an AP or ACE class gives you 6 points toward your grade point average. And so again, it's a wonderful way to really boost that for future college applications. And the thing that really draws attention, earning the ACE diploma automatically qualifies students for the Florida Bright Futures Scholarship. That's full tuition to any of Florida's state universities, regardless of their SAT scores. That SAT score requirement for Bright Futures keeps inching up every year. This is a program, a scholarship program available to any student, really, but you do have to have normally certain SAT or ACT scores, a certain grade point average, and so on. By earning the Cambridge diploma, you don't have to worry about that SAT, ACT score that keeps bumping up every year. You're not required to submit that part of it. You do still have to complete your community service hours to qualify for Bright Futures. So what exactly is this diploma worth? Well, we did a little calculation and figured out that the basic ACE diploma scholarship, where you complete 7 Cambridge classes and you earn the Florida Bright Future Scholarship and the $300 stipend for books, is generally worth about $34,700. That's money in your pocket, folks. Thinking about your child's future college experience and how you can help them avoid those student loans, right? A typical South Miami Cambridge student takes advantage of the curriculum that we have here. So the 7 Cambridge classes and exams, at least 2 AP classes, they can take dual enrollment classes and so on. So calculating all of that together, we're closer to $37,900 as far as the value of pursuing that Cambridge diploma. How to apply? So we have different programs that I've described to you, right? So we have our Magnet School for the Arts, and we have our Cambridge application. If you visit our school website, southmiamiseniorhigh.org, and click on that apply button in the menu, it'll take you to either Cambridge or Magnet School for the Arts. Oftentimes, students at our school participate in both things. That is the benefit of having an 8-period schedule. You have room for your Cambridge coursework, and you can still ensure that you're taking your 2 to 3 magnet classes each school year. This is like a little quick access here. I've got some QR codes on screen, but again, this information is readily available on our website. If you are interested in applying for our arts programs, that is through the district magnet application. That's through the parent portal. The magnet application opened October 1st and will be closing January 15th. You access it through your parent portal. If your child attends private school, there are instructions for how to complete that application for private school students as well. Once you have completed your application, you select an audition date and you come on over, do great on your audition. And on March 15th, we will send out results. All magnet schools send out results on the same day in one email where you get your results and then instructions on how to proceed from there. So again, if you're interested in both of these programs, you would have to apply to both. I've got a little slide here for Q&A, but I see that the chat has been quite active.
Yeah,
Okay, Missy.
the
Go
times for
ahead.
the open house, Miss Hunter, I put the date in there. What is our current opening times for that event? I just don't have it in front of me.
Okay, great question. It's actually my next slide. Good timing, right? So I wanted to take a moment to personally invite everyone to our upcoming Magnet and Cambridge Open House event. We'll be reviewing audition requirements for our visual performing arts programs at this event, give you an opportunity to visit our classroom studios, and provide a more nuanced picture of the student experience. We often have current parents and students available because it really speaks for itself. It's a great place to be, very welcoming environment. And I think if you visit us, it'll help convince you that perhaps this is the right place for you. So the QR code up on the screen here will take you to the tours and events page. Our Magnet and Cambridge Open House is listed on there. And I believe the start time is 10 a.m. It's on a Saturday.
Ms. Hunter, there was a question in the chat. Can students apply to 2 programs, 2 strands?
So the Magnet application only allows you to select 1 program per school. So let's suppose that you're interested in, I don't know, fine arts, and you apply, you do the audition, and then maybe you got waitlisted. In April, the Magnet application opens again, and then you think, well, maybe instead of fine arts, I'm going to try to audition for graphic design and illustration. So that is one way where you could potentially audition for 2 programs. But from the outset, you would have to select 1 program within our visual performing arts options. The only caveat there is the Cambridge application is completely separate, and that goes directly to our counselors and to our administrators. And so you're not going to see Cambridge as one of the options on the Magnet application. You could apply to Cambridge and band, or Cambridge and Apple coding, or Cambridge and broadcasting, but you would not be able to select 2 arts magnets within the.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Ms. Hunter. The good thing specifically about our school is because of how we have the schedules running, you can be in one strand and still take classes in other strands. So for example, I'm the band director and I have band kids for 2 periods, but some of my band kids also take a fine art class because they enjoy it. They take something, you know, a graphic class. They've taken all sorts of different things. Because we do have all those elective spaces and we do have a lot of offerings here, students can do both. So we do have a way to share those students. So they wouldn't be in 2 magnets. That's not possible. But we can still have students who are interested in those things taking some of the elective classes at the same time. So that's another good thing about our school.
That's a great point, Ms. Jimenez.
There's a question about the foreign language requirement as part of the Cambridge program. I don't believe there is a foreign language component at this time. Ms. Hunter, can you elaborate on that?
So within Cambridge, their requirements are split into groupings. And so I believe it's 3 categories, and there are lists of classes available in each category. And so for the student to earn the Cambridge diploma, they need to take a certain number of classes from category 1, a certain number from category 2 and 3, and so on. Because I'm not the Cambridge representative at our school, I don't know that off the top of my head. But that information will
Putting it in the chat.
definitely be covered at our Magnet in Cambridge open house. Oh, Ms. Jimenez found it on our website and pasted it on there for you. I do know that we offer Cambridge Spanish at our school, and there's 2 different levels of that available. And oftentimes the students will take that as part of their ACE diploma.
So foreign language for high school is part of, if you want to go to a state university, you have to take 2 consecutive levels of foreign language, and that's pretty much for any student, even outside of the Magnet program. It doesn't have to be ACE, and that's for students to go to a state university. I don't think that's a high school requirement, Mr. Penton, if I'm not incorrect on that. That's just for a state university requirement, not a state of Florida.
Right. That sounds correct to me. Okay, and so the last slide I'm going to leave you with is our contact information. You have my email address on there. Again, my name is Lizzie Hunter. I've also provided you with Miss Sesson's information. She's our Cambridge coordinator and test chair here at our school, lsesson@dadeschools.net. If you had specific Cambridge-related questions for her, she would definitely be able to answer anything and everything. And she'll be here in attendance at our Cambridge and ACE event. I see I have a hand raised by Alex Espinosa. How can I help you?
For the fine arts magnet, do you dabble in digital apps, Photoshop and the like, or is that strictly for graphic design?
So the Fine Art Classroom is a traditional studio space with drafting tables and easels and all sorts of messy materials. Not conducive to a computer lab, right? So really the digital art making is more reserved for the graphic design and illustration students. I sometimes have students who, in the more advanced classes, let's say in the advanced placement art class, you're producing a portfolio, exploring a personal topic. Sometimes students have background knowledge of how to use certain digital apps, and they bring their iPad or they bring their device and work on stuff that way, but it's not really something we teach in fine arts. It is taught as part of graphic design and illustration.
Good thing you can mix the courses, I guess, the classes.
Right, so for example, the dual enrollment drawing and painting class is available to graphic design and illustration students. So they do get that hands-on traditional material experience, but their focus of their curriculum is largely digital. There is some hands-on art making, but the more classical art making is in the Fine Arts Magnet.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions we can answer before we end our session here?
I've got a question for the graphic and illustration program. I mean, artificial intelligence, is going to be impacting that industry. To what extent is AI kind of incorporated into that program to ensure that, they have the required skills to be successful?
Right. So I do know, and I wish Mr. Lopez were logged in so he can really speak to this at a more in-depth level. But I do know that all of their idea generation, their concept development is from the students. Some programs, like Photoshop, for instance, has AI tools built into it. And so you can select an area within an image and say, delete this car from the background, that kind of thing. That's an AI type of tool. But as far as like creativity and developing your concepts, they're not really leaning on that too much. We think it's very important for students to learn to develop their own voices as artists. And then, there are tools that can help along the way, but you really need to know the basis first before you start using those crutches. That answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. And another question, I'm sorry. So this is I have twin girls, and this is their homeschool.
Okay.
If they don't get into the magnet program, this year and they go to just the regular school, can they apply the following year, or basically is it a 4-year program and you have to start from the beginning?
We often have students applying as non-ninth graders, right? Incoming ninth graders, incoming 10th graders, that's something that can be done through the Magnet application system. I believe once you are going to become a junior, that's no longer an available option. Like you wouldn't be able to submit a Magnet application once you're junior or senior. So they would have an opportunity, going into sophomore year to reapply. And then because they're here at our school, we oftentimes will try to schedule them into a class that will help prepare them, to perform well on that audition if they are planning to do a second pass at that.
Okay,
As far as
thanks.
oh, you're welcome. We have a question in the chat here. As far as security goes, are the halls monitored? What is the disciplinary policy? Absolutely. So we are a completely enclosed campus with a single point of entry. And that point of entry is through our the front of our school. We've got our security desk there. It's right by the main office. We have security guards posted throughout our campus. And I believe this is a district-wide format, right, where security is available throughout the school. Our disciplinary policies, those are posted on our school website if you wanted to peruse those. I think that that's a district type of format where, detentions and indoor suspension, outdoor suspension as needed. I do know that students in the Magnet program, because they're here for a specialized program, are kind of held to a higher standard as far as what's allowed, what's tolerated as far as disciplinary concerns go. But we don't see those issues. Like the kids, we don't kick kids out of Magnet because they are behaving badly or doing things they're not supposed to do. We really can say that we have a really nice population of students here at the school. I don't know if Mr. Penton's still logged on, if he wanted to add to that at all.
Yes, I'm here. It's been great to see the presentation and hear some of the really good questions, And I would say that obviously it's obvious that you all are proactive and you're trying to get the insights and all the information possible about our program. I really encourage you guys to come to the in-person event. Some of these questions can be answered directly by some of the individuals that run the programs, and I'd certainly would love to speak to any of the parents, and I often do at these events individually in regards to those questions, right? School security, safety, etc. We're a high school, 1,600 students, so we're managing 1,600 teenagers every day. They do teenager stuff. But to add to what Ms. Hunter pointed out, not only do we, I think, hold our Magnet students to a higher standard. I think they come in, and I think it's the strength of students that are in the Magnet program, especially those that join Magnet in Cambridge. They're surrounded by a group of students or a cohort of students that are all, it appears, right? So much more focused, much more motivated, and we almost don't have to really stay on top of them a whole lot with discipline. They're just a wonderful group of kids, and I think they feed off each other, and it's a very positive environment, especially among our Magnet groups.
Okay, we have one more question from Mr. Espinosa.
What would you say is the percentage of Magnet to non-Magnet, the ratio?
Oh, okay. So at our school, as Mr. Penton mentioned, we're at about 1,600 students total, and about 240 or so of those are Magnet Arts students. That's not counting Cambridge students. So many of our Magnet students also do Cambridge, but we have students at our school who are just in Cambridge. And so these numbers are purely visual performing arts Magnet, about 240 of the 1,600.
I think I'd be
Or
more
15%.
concerned with what's the number of non-Magnet compared to the 1,600 total.
So we have
Okay.
15% Magnet and 85% non-Magnet, and that's not including our Cambridge population. So it's about 15% of Magnet students based on our current enrollment.
Thank you.
Mr. Betancourt?
So are the students completely mixed, or do you kind of, are the Magnet and Cambridge students kind of in one building and the other students in another?
No, our school is one happy Cobra family. And so our magnet classes are pure magnet classes. Our Cambridge classes are pure Cambridge classes. And so those are separated as far as like who's in the physical room. But those kids take their other classes together with the other students at our school.
And I think that's one of our strengths also because we do have a lot of magnet students who want to be in ACE classes, want to be in those other populations. And it's, as a parent, I have an incoming 8th grader myself. I have a child who will be a Cobra soon too, who's honors gifted. And so I think having that, both the music perspective and, my son wants to study aerospace engineering, but he's going to be a band magnet kid. And we still have that strength of schedule and strength of curriculum where he can do both of those things. So I think that's kind of the benefit where we can mix those things and allow all those kids who are at that high academic level to be able to really like immerse, excuse me, to be able to get those higher academic classes. Some of the wings, like we have a music wing that is separate and non-magnet students, non-music students can't come in the wing just for security and safety of instruments, but the whole school is great. We've never had, issues with any of our magnet kids.
And final question, I promise. So I think I said earlier, I have twins. I know some magnet programs or schools have sibling preferences. So if one of my girls gets into either the magnet or the Cambridge, is the other one then given preference if they meet all the requirements, or how does that work?
So how we've done it in the past is the one child who is accepted enrolls as a magnet student, and then you can request a region transfer for your other child to join their sibling. And so you list sibling attends South Miami Senior High as the reason for their request, and it will be granted.
Well,
Would that be for the magnet program or just into the
For the
general
school, to
public?
be enrolled in the school.
Well, yeah, it's already their home school, so that's
Oh,
not
I
an
see.
issue.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
But there isn't a preference given if one is accepted into the magnet or Cambridge, for instance?
So our magnets are audition based.
Right.
The only preference situation would be if one of them applied to say Apple coding, which is a lottery. Those sibling preference rules are for the lottery magnets. And so if one of your children is interested in say band and the other one is interested in Apple coding, the student is accepted into band based on their audition. The Apple coding lottery would prefer, add that preference for the second child to join.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, looks like this concludes this morning's presentation. Thank you once more for taking the time to join us this morning. We will be posting a recording of this video if you wanted to show it to your children. And I can also share the slideshow with you since some of our videos of our faculty speaking were a little glitchy earlier. I'd be happy to send you the link to the presentation so that you can see how it's intended to be seen. All right, well, thank you so very much. I wish you a beautiful Monday, and I very much look forward to meeting some of you at our Magnet and Cambridge Open House event. We do offer in-person tours if you wanted to see the school during the school day and kind of get a sense of the vibe, what it's like at South Miami. We certainly encourage you to do that and sign up for one of those as well. So again, my name is Lizzie Hunter. Thank you for joining us, and I wish you a wonderful Cobra Day.